Hi there, my name is Mark Beal. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Colorado Springs, Colorado. There's 10 ways to handle emotional pain. We can run from it, hide from it, deny it, we can avoid it, we can distract ourselves from it. We can get busy, busy, busy. We can use addictions of any and all kinds. We can become a control freak, which puts you on the path of a self-absorbed narcissistic way. You can dissociate it, you can just push it down, or you can embrace it. So, you can use these 9 ways to avoid emotional pain. You never process it, you're just putting it on the shelf, and eventually it will come off of the shelf, making quite a mess. We live on a planet where other people's right of free choice can violate other people's right of free choice, and in the doing so, it causes us pain. If we process the pain, if we engage effectively in grief and loss, it's only when we cry and let another human being comfort us that we begin to embrace the pain, we experience comfort, and that's what I think is behind what some people are now calling the mental health crisis of the United States. It's a lack of attachment, it's a lack of humanity, it's a lack of vulnerability, it's a lack of intimacy, and I define that as into me you see. And if you don't have that, life is meaningless. Because the second piece of it is you not only need attachment and learn to process your pain and let someone comfort you, you have to begin to get what's called a coherent narrative. What's my story? And if we don't have a story, as humans, we feel violated. We just don't have any sense of identity. So if we don't have a coherent narrative about where I've come from and where am I at now and where am I going, so it is so important to understand our personal and our national history. Because without those things, we're in the midst of a what we would call a neurodevelopmental crisis. We are in a space where there is so much undiagnosed autism that people feel more and more isolated. They feel different. Their sense of self gets shattered. And when they expose themselves, they're actually acting out their hurt, their pain, their rage, their lack of narrative, the fact that no one cares about them, the fact that they're isolated, and into this morass becomes the fact that right now, because of the current state of our society, the 3 core things we worship is narcissism, myself, hedonism, pleasure, and materialism, things. And none of them bring meaning to life. It's only when one brain connects with another brain that we feel meaning and purpose and narrative. It's what our humanity is all about. So into this morass, we get this hierarchical relationship in our society amongst young people, primarily in the school systems, where this business of climbing the totem pole becomes so important that we have to find someone I can bully to put them down, which destroys their sense of self. And what's going on, I believe, is that sense of self that's destroyed it would be called reactive attachment disorder or attachment disorder, where the kid is put in a person down position, and what they're doing is they will seek to put someone else in a power down position so that they can discharge their hate, their anger, and the rage at the loss of innocence. Their child died, and they want to kill other children who are alive as a way to get back at the people that hurt them. That is what I believe is going on.